And God opened her eyes, and she saw. Genesis 21, verse 19. Poor Hagar! There was no help for it, and she, who a little before had thought she was giving Abraham his heir, found herself and her boy homeless wayfarers on the desert sands. The one need was water. They little deemed it was so near. No need to create a new fountain, but to open their eyes. We need the opened eyes to see. The finished work of Christ. The work of propitiation for sin is complete. We are not required to add to it one tear, or prayer, or vow. It is finished. To go to heaven to bring Christ down, or to the deep to bring him up, is alike superfluous. All we need is the opened eye to see what Jesus has done, and recognize that it is all that was demanded to meet the claims of God's holy law. The things freely given to us of God. God hath given us in Jesus all things that pertain to life and godliness. There is no possible gift or grace in which we are deficient, that is not stored in him, in whom the fullness of God abides. But we are blind. The eyes of our heart have not been opened to see the hope of our calling, the riches of our inheritance, the greatness of God's power. Did we know these things, surely not a moment would elapse without our availing ourselves of God's rich provision. The alleviations which God provides against excessive sorrow. Hagar's anguish, as Mary at the sepulchre in after years, blinded her to available comfort. So grief puts a bandage over our eyes. Life is sad and lonely and dark, but God is near. And if you ask, he will show springs of consolation of which you may drink. There is no desert without its spring, no dying child without the angel of the Lord.